Nation Network. What's going on? Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you guys are crushing it. I want to send you a big congratulations on the 2,000 subscribers. And I love that everybody's kind of jumping on board here and realizing how great the content that you're putting out is. So for the community, a big thank you for being part of the Nation Network. And you guys are just getting started. Woo! Keep it going.
All right, good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome back to the Nation Network. This is WrestleVerse. We're ready to kick things off, and Nikita Lyons will be the first to enter the ring. And WrestleVerse, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to happen. Anything is possible in WrestleVerse. That much you can be sure of.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, Nikita Lyons.
We've got a clown alert. Nikita Lyons, she is one of the toughest here in NXT, the women's division. Who will she be going up against? I don't know, but we're about to find out. Fans, we can tell you right now, later tonight, the NXT Championship is going to be on the line. Oh, my goodness!
And from Redondo Beach, California, the WWE Women's Champion, the ninth wonder of the world, China!
Well, this is what WrestleVerse is all about. Anything can happen. Anyone can happen. The ninth wonder of the world, China, has just entered the NXT arena and is set to go up against Nikita Lyons. And this isn't the main event? Really? Bell sounds, action's underway, and let's see how this one goes. China has got Nikita, overhead press, and slams her down to the mat. The strength advantage, I would definitely say, is in China's favor, but I'll tell you what, Nikita, very talented, all-around combative, well-trained in all forms of mixed martial arts. Easy for me to say. Styles make fights. This ought to be a hell of a fight. DDT dropping. China straight down to the mat. And there's that spinning roundhouse kick. China catching her with the back elbow off the ropes. And now Nikita Lyons going to have to come up with some sort of B plan here. No titles are on the line here tonight in this one. Well, you got to figure if Nikita Lyons were to get a win over China here tonight, she would definitely be in line for a title match. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 2 count. Wow, that was close. These two ladies keep on delivering the amount of punishment they are to one another. I don't imagine this match lasting very long. And now Nikita punishing China. Want to welcome everybody joining us here live on the Nation Network for NXT via WrestleVerse here tonight as China fights her way out of the front face lock. We got Ancient Clown in the house. DHCW's here. Double C is in the house as well. Jamar Gaines joining us in prime time is here in prime time. As she goes for the cover, China gets one. Lyons able to kick out the back door. Nikita Lyons has gone up against anything and everything thrown her way here in NXT, but I don't know that that prepares her for the force of nature that is China. Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and now China follows her in. Back handspring into an elbow. Lyons takes a lot of punishment, but keeps on coming back. Nice deep arm drag. Shaza Ricky the Dragon on that one really got under it. Oh, man, did you see her crumble to the canvas? China's out. Oh, I tell you what, looking at her eyes, I thought she was out. She might not be out, but she is definitely dinged. Lyons taking the time to pull her away from the ropes. Oh, no, that's it. It'll be a massive win for Nikita Lyons. China manages to kick out. The look on Nikita's face, though, she's not used to somebody kicking out of that one. And now has her in the backbreaker. China being asked by the referee if she wants to give it up. I'll tell you, Nikita has really just delivered everything she's got. You know the old saying, everything including the kitchen sink. And now Lyons comes across the ring, shoulder block, sends China crashing to the hard floor surface. And now the ninth wonder of the world with the elbow right to the back. This is a dream matchup, I'll tell you. If they would have announced this as the main event, I think it would have been in perfect place. Lyons trying to pull the ankle of the ninth wonder of the world, and now a little bit of a do-si-do as both of these ladies through the bottom rope, and walks right into a big left hook. China has her over the shoulder and slams her down. Driving that knee into the upper body. And now she thinks it might be over. China gets her back up, drives that knee right into the side of her head. And the pedigree. That's it. Nikita's out. No, she manages to get out of it. Well, that wasn't exactly kicking out with authority, but it doesn't matter. She kicked out. China now on the middle rope, and this crowd chanting "Fight Forever." You can keep on chanting it. It'll never drop. Oh, she was getting ready to set up the run again, I believe. And now Nikita rear waistlock, taking China down to the canvas. What is it going to take for one of these two ladies to put the other one down and keep them down? China comes up with a shoulder tackle. Boy, that one really rocked Nikita. Lyons sent into the turnbuckle. Another back handspring and another elbow. She might have done it that time. Lyons is there. She grabs the ropes. The referee didn't see it. Well, there's going to be a massive asterisk next to this one. We take a look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen, but Nikita Lyons was robbed. It'll go down in the record books as China getting the pinfall victory, but watch it right there on the count of one. She had the ropes.
Here is your winner, the ninth wonder of the world, China.
We have not heard the end of this one. I guarantee Nikita's going to get a return match. And next time it might be for the championship. We'll be back with more NXT in a moment.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer. As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it is in our beer. If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Buy yours online in 42 states at ultrarightbeer.com.
Tastes like freedom.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with our next matchup. A North American
The following contest,
heavyweight champion, Wesley.
making his way to the ring from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, the NXT North American Champion, Wesley.
North American champion, and now the question is, who's he going up against? And we know one thing, the title's not on the line, but that's not to be deterred, because later tonight, the NXT Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Bron Breakker will be defending that title tonight. We don't know who his opponent is, and for that matter, neither does he. Shout out to Blaze Radio joining us here live on the Nation Network for WrestleVerse. John Cena!
His opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 240 pounds, John Cena.
Well, that's it. The roof has officially come off of the NXT arena. The Performance Center will never be the same again. 16-time World Heavyweight Champion John Cena in the house to go up against Wesley. He's lucky that title's not on the line tonight. He's about to get an education unlike anything he's ever picked up here at the Performance Center. This crowd is alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. There's the bell. Cena going right to work on Wesley as he drops him across the top rope. Goes for a quick cover. And got two. Well, I mentioned earlier on that Wesley was going to get an education here tonight. But can you imagine if he found a way to beat Cena? Butterfly bomb for a 1 count. It would be monumental, to say the least, if he were to score somehow a victory over John Cena. I don't think there's anyone in the building here tonight, much less watching on TV at home, that would give Wesley the advantage over John Cena. But that said, stranger things have happened. Well, there's a reason why they actually wrestle the matches, because things do happen. Wesley fighting out of it with a spinning back kick right to the midsection, and now standing moonsault. You've got to think that there's got to be some nerves running around in Wesley, being in the ring with a star the magnitude of John Cena. Yeah, but I think those nerves might be starting to settle down a little bit. He's looking pretty confident. Missed that one. There's a springboard, comes up, catches Cena with a head scissor, and takes him down. Wesley goes straight to the cover. Referee's in position for 1. I'm going to give Wesley a lot of credit. Most people wouldn't be able to get their head turned around straight, finding out that John Cena is going to be their last-minute opponent. He's doing a hell of a job so far, in my opinion. Nice back elbow. What's he got in mind here? Round the world. And that one connects, and Cena just got his bell wrong. And now to the top rope. Wesley missed. And that is where that veteran status plays a role. Cena baited him in. You can't see me. 5-knuckle shuffle. Oh, and Wesley is in trouble. I think he's been busted open. Almost knocked out. Yeah, there is blood on the forehead of Wesley from that 5-knuckle shuffle. Nice shoulder tackle, and again, standing moonsault. Wesley fighting through the adversity, fighting through the pain, fighting through the blood. And now to the top rope. He's going to try it again. No, this time he wants Cena on his feet. Let's see what he's got in mind. Went for a drop kick. Cena was ready. And now look at this. A back and forth exchange. And down goes Wesley. Oh, Wesley's had enough. Where's he going? Wesley heading towards the back. I think he's had enough is right. Wait a minute. Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes just threw him right back into the fire. You can see that blood now really starting to matriculate on the face. Goes for the cover. Cena's arms underneath the ropes already. Well, referee's vision a little bit better this time around. Oh, what a knee strike! Reminiscent of a match that he had with Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw many years ago. Broke his nose. Wesley just caught him. Goes for the cover. Hooks the leg. It's one. Gets two. Wesley can't believe it. Look at Cena, man. He is out. Frog splash down across the back. Cena is motionless in the ring. Wesley wants him back up again. Cena doesn't know where Wesley's coming from. He caught him at the last moment, though. And now both men heading outside the ring. Lee just sends Cena crashing into the rail. Well, this ringside barrier a little bit different than the ones you see in most wrestling venues. And I dare say less forgiving. Referee's count climbing up. Wesley driving the head of Cena right into the knee. Win, lose, or draw, Wesley has really made a statement here tonight. And as for Cameron Grimes, there's going to be a next time. I don't think Wesley is going to take too kindly to Cameron getting mixed up in his business. Rear waist lock, and now belly to back suplex by Cena. Takes the North American champion down. Spinning back kick right to the solar plexus. And now has Cena up. There's the ripcord. He's in the corner. Cena is out. Wesley pulls off the win. I see it, but I don't believe it.
Here is your winner, Wesley.
He paid a price, as you can see the battle scars, but he'll take it for the win over John Cena. My goodness, what a night so far. We're going to be back with plenty more action. Stay with us. Hey, UPW fans, want to put your own universe together? Now available on Community Creation, up to 11 different UPW superstars. You can grab and add to your own collection. Fill your roster with Northern Lightning, Dewey Jobs, Major Lee Powers, Ginger Queen, Sir Oliver Buckingham, and special bonus, Jordan Gemini. Right now on Community Creations, just search for hashtag OneNation, the number 1, and the word nation. Build your Ultra Pro Wrestling universe today. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Things just took a serious turn right here tonight. Do not adjust your television. This is WrestleVerse, where anyone goes.
Accompanied by The Undertaker from parts unknown, weighing in at 323 pounds,
The Big Red Machine along with the Dead Man here in NXT. As they make the stroll down the aisle towards the ring. What an ominous presence we've got right here. These two brothers haven't always seen eye to eye, but when they're on the same page, they are a force unlike any other. This crowd is absolutely on their feet. Well, the Big Red Machine, the question is, who's he going up against? Oh! What a match! One half of the NXT Tag Team Champions.
representing the Creed Brothers from Lexington, Ohio, weighing in at 285 pounds. One half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Brutus Creed.
Well, Brutus coming out here on his own. He likes a challenge. He's got one. Brutus and Julius, they are the reigning NXT Tag Team Champions, but this is singles competition, and Brutus, as of late, has been stretching himself out a little bit to go into the singles division. And right off the bat, Kane with the overhead press slam. Brutus is tough, he is strong, and he is a talented wrestler. But he gives up size, strength, weight, and experience to the Big Red Machine, Kane. I don't imagine he's going to be able to overcome all of those odds. Well, we thought that a little while ago, too, but John Cena came up short against Wes Lee. So as we mentioned before, anything can happen. Up against the ropes, and now he's got the Big Red Machine over the top rope. Gonna take advantage of the 5 count. Smart move. I mean, you got to use whatever you've got at your disposal. I mean, he's got to try and find some sort of way to make up for the disadvantages and he shoots a double leg takedown. Look at him beating away on Kane. Creed now, collar and elbow, but eats that knee right to the midsection, and now the bear hug is on. Will he survive the grip of the Big Red Machine? Referee was very close to see if he wanted to give it up, and Creed fights his way out of it, rings the bell, and takes the Big Red Machine down. It's been a night of upsets. It's been a history-making night. Will Brutus be able to add another absolutely unforgettable moment to what's already been a tremendous night of professional wrestling? Bouncing the head of the Big Red Machine off the canvas. Creed right now doing a hell of a job. Now we have seen Kane take a lot of punishment many times at the hands of his own brother, and he just keeps getting up. It's like the Terminator. He won't stay down. Creed is definitely going to have to come up with something special, something he's probably never had to do before if he's going to hope to get a victory over Kane. Starting to roll outside the ring, but then I think he saw what was waiting for him in The Undertaker and decided, no, I'll stay in. Nice block right there by Brutus as he sends Kane to the corner, follows him in with a body splash, and the Big Red Machine crumbling down in the ring. Kane on the apron. Brutus got caught. And there's the experience factor we mentioned early on. Drives him into the top turnbuckle, and now the Big Red Machine thinks the end is near. Let's see if he's right. What a right hand! Brutus is busted open, man. His head is bleeding. That was a tremendous right hand, and he is in trouble. The Big Red Machine, what's he doing? Kane is on the top rope. Not something we're used to seeing, and now he changes his game plan up. Well, that hesitation perhaps enough to give Brutus the chance to get back in this thing as he hammers away again. Losing a lot of blood just above the right eye. Referee might want to keep an eye on that one. If he determines that the damage is something that will prevent him from safely competing in the match, he can stop this match. The referee has the ability to do that. Gut-wrench suplex. Creed fighting through it. And now from behind, he's got him across the back. And he just deposits the Big Red Machine. And now what's he got in mind? Creed on the top rope. Big splash connects. And now goes for the cover. Will that be enough? He got the win. Can you believe what we just saw? It's a hell of a night for NXT. What a victory! Ladies and gentlemen, the World Championship on the line. Stick around.
In 1982, he fought for his life.
Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
In 1985, he fought for his country. In 1988, he fought for his friend. In 2008, he fought for freedom. In 2019, they drew last blood. And now, in 2023, and if you think that's messed up, wait until you see the reboot of Transformers.
Oh my goodness! You want to talk main event? It is Brock Lesnar, a very young Brock Lesnar, and he is here to challenge for the NXT Championship. Brock versus Braun. Holy cow. The NXT Heavyweight Championship on the line as Braun Breaker heads to the ring. He has taken on some of the best names in professional wrestling here in NXT, but nothing, and I mean nothing, close to Brock Lesnar. Well, there is nothing close to Brock Lesnar. We've seen NXT stars overcome the odds all night long. Will that continue, or are we crowning a new champion here tonight? Braun Breaker, he looks very confident right now, more so than I think I could be in his position. This crowd is coming unglued.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Championship. Introducing the challenger from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 270 pounds, Brock Lesnar. And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Braun Breaker.
This is gonna be a main event for the ages. NXT has never seen anything like this. Fans, time permitting, we have another match on standby if this one doesn't take us to the TV time limit. Referee calls for the bell, and look at this! Wasting no time at all, Lesnar comes across the ring and goes straight to the backbreaker. Calling Braun Breaker out. And Braun retaliates with a spine buster. These are two powerhouses. Lesnar has a size advantage, probably has a strength advantage, but I don't think it's enough to completely tip the scales in his favor. Steiner line. Tilt-a-World Slam. And I'll tell you right now, Braun Breaker, he's always a force to be reckoned with here in the NXT, but it's a different Braun Breaker when the NXT Championship is on the line. It's going to have to be. I mean, thus far, he's doing a hell of a job right now. Look at the standing moonsault, hooks the leg, gets one. Irish whip got caught right back into a shoulder block. And now the two men go outside the ring. And Lesnar just got driven into the floor. Breakker continues to hand out some punishment here to the challenger. Lesnar heading back inside the squared circle. He knows he cannot win the title on a count out. He can win the match, but not the championship. Nice move right there by Breakker to return. He went up for the slam, manages to reverse it, comes out of it with a DDT. Thinks he has Lesnar beat. I doubt that very seriously.
Yeah, way too early. Way too early. You're going to have to do a lot more damage to Brock Lesnar before you're going to get a chance at a 3 count.
And now Lesnar has him across the shoulder. Referee getting in the way.
Referee saved Braun Breakker right there. Lesnar might have been looking to throw him over the top rope. Hard to tell.
Hanging suplex. And now Braun Breakker with a big right hand. Down goes Lesnar. Breakker better turn around. A little too much time celebrating with the fans, and now Lesnar going to make him think about it. There's the suplex. And now a deadlift gut-wrench suplex.
Lesnar is a suplex machine. Now the real question is he going to take him to Suplex City?
Butterflies the arms and takes him over with yet another suplex. Lesnar will punish you in ways that nobody else will. Back elbow right to the jaw. Welcome to the Brock party. As Lesnar now targeting the arm, he has a number of ways that he can beat you, whether it be through submission or pinfall.
But one of them is he likes to get that Kimura locked on that arm, and if that happens most all the time, it's match over. But the way he's 90% of the time going to put you out is with that F5, and you're just not going to kick out of that.
3 straight power bombs. The champion is done. We have a new NXT heavyweight champion, and his name is Brock Lesnar.
Well, we knew going into this match he would have to be favored. But Breakker was doing such a good job.
And the new NXT champion, Brock Lesnar.
Look at the stare in the eyes of Brock Lesnar as he claims the championship and is indeed the new NXT heavyweight champion. Fans, we've got a match on standby. We're going to bring it to you as we have time remaining. We'll be back with that in a moment.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
Dakota Kai, one half of the tag team champions.
One fall. Introducing first, representing Damage Control from Auckland, New Zealand, one half of the women's tag team champions, Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai is a tremendously talented young lady since returning back here to the WWE. She has proven to be every bit as lethal a weapon as you can find here.
She and Io Sky are indeed the tag team champions.
Damage control.
And her partner, accompanied by Bailey, representing Damage Control from Tokyo.
Hold on a moment. What's
One half of the women's tag team.
what the hell's going on here?
I am at an absolute loss. What is going on here?
Are the tag team champions going to be going head to head?
Starting to look that way to me.
Well, we said anything can happen, anyone can happen. We're getting all of that tonight.
No, they're competing together. What the hell is going on around here?
Oh my God, look who's back!
Mandy Rose is in the house.
And JC Jane and Gigi Dolan, Toxic Attraction.
JC and Gigi are now complete as Mandy Rose has returned to Toxic Attraction.
Well, this is tag team action, but I gotta tell you, I wouldn't mind seeing a 6-person tag match with these.
We thought we saw the last of Mandy.
Well, you can't keep a good one down.
This night just keeps getting better.
The bar gets raised each and every time we ring the bell, and we do it again right now.
JC Jane getting this thing started. Dakota crumbling down in her own corner as Io watching on.
Well, you have to wonder why these two came out separately. You're a tag team. You're the champions of all things. Why would you not come out together?
Well, it definitely begs the question, is there some sort of a rift going on with Damage Control right now that they wouldn't come out together? There's the neck breaker. And JC Jane blowing a kiss to Dakota Kai. Irish whip over the top rope to the floor. And now Mandy staring down Dakota Kai.
Titles are not on the line, but I'll tell you what, you put two teams of this caliber together, I think the pride means more to them. Getting the win means more to them than the title.
There's a bulldog. Well, if Toxic Attraction finds a way to win it, you know they're going to be in the picture for those tag team titles.
I think they're already in the picture. How do you not?
Drives her in to that barrier here at ringside. Referee's count has reached 9 and almost got to 10. Dakota Kai, nice move from behind, dropping JC Jane. Now goes for the cover in the middle of the ring. There's one, there's two.
2 3/4 count. And look at this. She's feeling it.
Shot to the knee, off to the ropes, and now Dakota. Nice head scissor into the Hurricane Rana. Bayley at ringside seems to be liking what she's seeing out of Damage Control thus far.
2 of the top female factions, not just right now in wrestling, but in the history of wrestling. Haven't been a lot of women factions, especially successful ones like these two.
JC Jane trying to make her way over to Gigi Dolan for the tag. And Io's not going to allow it to happen. That jumping DDT. There's 1, 2. Oh, man.
Gigi Dolan might want to think about getting in there to make a save.
Io Sky really doing a hell of a job in there right now. JC Jane has been in this match far too long. Needs to get tagged out. Let her partner come in. Oh, look at that rake in the eyes. Right across the top rope. And now JC Jane bringing Io Sky across the ring. Over to her corner. Finally the tag made. And now Gigi Dolan, the freshest member of either team. Double team suplex here. Nicely done. And Dolan will pick it up, going after the leg. What has she got in mind here? Half Boston Crab, pulling back on it. Referee's asking Io if she wants to give it up. Reaches back and hooks the ankle to escape. Off the ropes, drop down, nicely done. And caught her with a flapjack.
Great move right there. Use all that forward momentum. Get that leverage, hoist them up in the air, and just bring them pancake straight down into the mat.
Dolan making the tag out to JC Jane. I'm not sure if she's had enough time to completely recuperate, but we'll find out here as she butterflies into the face buster. Goes for the cover.
And I think she would have had her right there, but Io was on top of it. Making a must-save situation.
Referee trying to put the count on. Io finally gets her back outside the ring. Meantime, Dakota Kai on the receiving end of some extra punishment. JC Jane going to the top rope. Will she be able to clear that much distance? Yes!
Normally anything that flies that long, uninterrupted, has peanuts.
And now tag made to Gigi Dolan. Will get back in. Dakota should have done the same. She doesn't look good.
Now she definitely looks like she maybe is a little bit spent.
And now to the turnbuckle she goes all the way around. And a big boot to the head of Dolan. And now choking her out in the corner. We are running close to the time limit on this program, ladies and gentlemen. We will bring you this match as long as we can. Going for the cover, hooks the leg.
This is where tag team wrestling really comes into play. You got to know where you're at. You got to cut the ring in half.
Toxic attraction. Getting a lesson right here delivered to them. Io sends her into the corner, and now Gigi in trouble. Follows in and just paid the price. Nobody was home. Dolan and Sky trading shots back and forth.
Here's the difference. Gigi has no one to tag to. JC Jane is outside. Well, she's back up on the apron now finally.
Has her tied up. Gigi Dolan thought she was going to put her away. I thought she might have a good chance of it. And now there's the stretch. Whoa! And Dolan hooks the leg. Save made by Dakota Kai. Jacy Jayne tries to take her out of the equation. Got a lot of pandemonium taking place in this one. The referee's going to have his hands full trying to keep this one in order. It has been a history-making night here at NXT. Snap suplex nicely done by Jacy Jayne. Tag is made, and now Gigi Dolan will try and pick it up from here. Io never had a chance to even figure out where she was at. That roundhouse kick right in the temple. And now another one to the ribs.
Jacy Jayne tentatively coming over there because she knows she's awfully close to the corner of damage control. You got to be careful when you're swimming in shark-infested waters.
To your point now, doing a great job. This is what tag team wrestling's about. Separate your opponent from their teammate. But Io fighting her way back out of that trouble spot. And she's going to do the right thing and make the tag. Here's Dakota Kai.
Dakota's had some time to rest now. We'll see if she can capitalize on a tired Jacy Jayne.
Oh, right on the back of the head. She's out.
She is out, but she's also too close to Gigi Dolan.
We've got bodies flying everywhere. And now we're down to 2 in the ring. Nobody on the apron. Jacy Jayne thinks she might have this one. She got caught. And Dakota, what is she going to do? She brings her over to Bayley.
Bayley definitely approving of what's going on now. And look at Dakota going up.
Io Sky has made it back to the apron. Went for the drop kick and she is swatted away. Jacy Jayne with the splash. Big boot, and that might be it.
Well, we talked about it before. We'll talk about it again. If you're going to do something like that, you got to get your opponent away from their own corner.
It is Toxic Attraction standing tall in the ring, while Damage Control all on the floor. Oh, she missed.
When you're going to dive into the pool, make sure there's water.
This crowd loving it. And again, driving Jacy Jayne into that barrier here at ringside. Dakota Kai in the ring as the referee continues the count. Jacy Jayne's going to have to get up and do it quickly. Gigi Dolan just got stunned. Jacy Jayne back in the ring. She's got no one to help her right now. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front, drop down, nicely done by Dakota Kai. And Dakota catches her. Might be it.
She had her now. She's got her up across her shoulders, and I think Dakota's ready for the end. No, not going to happen yet.
Rolls through. And you see Bayley ringside not happy with what's going on. Jacy Jayne was celebrating a little too soon. And there it is. The clutch. And she tapped out before the save could be made.
Gigi Dolan got there quick, but not quick enough. What a match.
What a match, what a night. We've got a new NXT champion crowned here tonight. Look at this finish. Look how quickly JC Jane could not hold on. Almost immediately tapping out and a half second late.
That is why they are the tag team champions right there.
And the invisible titles being held up for all to see. Fans, thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network for WrestleVerse. We'll see you again real soon. So long.